What is going on, guys? Big Oats here, and welcome back to Karthus. Now, if you haven't already, by the way, I'm going to go ahead and just state this now. I'm going to be wrapping up for today. I will continue it tomorrow. I know there's only been like 3 compared to my others, but excuse me. But my phone's almost dead, and not to mention, I don't want to wear myself completely out, so I did say I was only going to do 3, but we'll finish out Catharsis here, and I will show you the 2 pathways. I'll get us into Irithyll, but we'll be hitting the Smouldering Lake next. Go ahead and talk to Eris again. I think if you defeat at least 4 bosses, she will give you the option to join the Dark Moons. 3 or 4, I forget exactly. I do know it's after Deacon, so honestly it might be 4, because yeah, I think it is 4. Well, you don't technically need to kill the tree, so 3. Let's see here. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and purchase some fire bombs. Like the only reason I'm purchasing them is kind of to show you where another ring is. Fire bombs. Okay, she sells them for 100. I normally go to Grey Rat to buy them though, because he sells them for 50 souls a pop, and hey, it saves money. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up 13, and that's going to put me at 20. Not really going to need those. Okay. Why is my shield unequipped? Oh yeah. Let me go ahead and switch this out, because it is slightly better on everything. Alright, moving forward, let's go ahead, go back to Karthus, and I'm also going to show you how to cheese another NPC. Well, technically cheese one of the NPCs. I did state how to cheese him, but in reality sakes is that I didn't actually show it because issues went up with my recording. Well, you come down here. Wait for the giant ball to kind of just walk on through. If you want to, go ahead and follow it. If you don't feel comfortable about your timings, kind of stick yourself as far over here as you can, because this thing has a weird hitbox. Go ahead and make your way down. Try to roll out of the way, because the rats will stun lock you and kind of mess you up. There is another grave warden down that way, but we're not going to worry about him just yet. Go ahead and kill the rats. There's also another mama rat over here. I don't think this one gives a ring. I think it's just here. Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, now the reason I say get fire bombs, and this is going to be the very important part of having fire bombs, is if you look into the ceiling, there's a bunch of them. And there's one that decides to fall on you. They all decide to fall on you. I guess he was right above and I didn't see him. Also, when it comes to these guys, have buttloads of health because they can't take all of it. They also have a little bit more. You don't have to kill all of them because there's really no point. At least just kill the ones that are directly above you. Why is that one not? There we go. If you want to save up on fire bombs, just whenever they're extremely low on health. I can usually free aim these guys. Oh, he's not coming down. Wait. Alrighty then. So I don't think he exists anymore. But yeah, they're everywhere in here, so just do be careful. Get more Titanite shards. Pinwheels. You need to be careful with these guys. These guys tend to like to do the same move. There's 4 in total down this way. If you want to mess with them... Whoop. It's good to just do a running attack, I guess. Honestly, any way you can take them down. Oh, hey. You... Yeah, see, they have high defense. So, whatever you can do to kind of... They have a lot more health than their ones in, wait, I gotta always make sure. Nope. They can drop that bone wheel. Not a bad shield, honestly. I'm not even gonna waste... I know this is so invigorating, but reality 6 is they're taking 2 a pop, so I'm not wanting to waste it. There's 2 over there, so... Really? There we go. Damn, that was a waste of fire bombs. And you get the Karthus blood ring, which, if I'm not mistaken, only... It doesn't really do a whole lot. I do remember that. There it is. Milkwing slightly boosts dexterity and obscures rolling. Boosts rolling invincibility at the cost of defense. So, you wear it, you're gonna have like no defense, but hey, you're gonna have more iframes, so you got that going for you. But honestly, I just have them just to have them. But beyond that, you don't really need them. Don't go down that doorway. Whatever you do, if you're embered up, there is an NPC that will... Ow. Another thing for Dark Souls, be aware of your surroundings. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Anyway, don't go up that way. That one's is a trap. Get the Titanite shards. Yeah, that's why I don't like versing these guys. These guys are a pain in the butt. Not to mention, they have a heck of a lot more stamina than you. I'm not gonna die that many more times, but whatever. Now, the thing is I've heard that you need to have like 99 hollowing just to be able to... Oh, well, I guess that would probably be a problem. Why did I just do that? I'm just a freaking idiot. Another little tidbit of information that I've just found out not too long ago is that if you are actually, in fact, rocking a Ring of Sacrifice, which, speaking of which, I'm actually going to put one on, because I don't want to lose those souls. But if you're rocking a Ring of Sacrifice and you just lost souls, it actually keeps those souls in the same location. Now, I know, you know, you don't really need... You only need one Ring of Sacrifice. You don't need all of the Rings of Sacrifice in the game. The only reason I'm doing it is because these guys tend to become a pain. Oh yeah, by the way, I was meaning to tell you, there's an invisible wall right behind them. Yeah, see, they drop kookaries. So, interesting little thing that they can drop. There's some ash up here that I am gonna get. There's also an ember and another one of them. Oh, hey, buddy. Okay. Best thing for these guys is just to kind of leave them alone, because they can literally be a pain in the butt to deal with, especially since they can respawn. If you looked at his eyes close enough, you can see he was able to respawn. And I'd prefer not dealing with that. Oh, son of a bitch. Good. He kind of fucked himself up. Yeah, I hate these guys so much. I really do not like versus 1. Oh my goodness. Yeah, versing 2 back to back is just a pain. I'm gonna go ahead and remove my Ring of Sacrifice now that I'm out of that guy, out of that way. Come down here, get your Grave Warden's ashes. I don't entirely know what that does as far as increasing, because I already have the Undead Legion. And yes, that can happen. I don't know why. I honestly think it's still kind of hilarious. You wander down here and you're going to see this guy. He doesn't really aggro easily, but the one thing you can do, though, go ahead and backstab him. Ah, I've never actually had to fight him. Not gonna lie, he's usually long dead because he falls off the edge. Yeah, you can get some blood pellets. Now, you come over here. Now, do be careful. This is technically a trap, but if you notice all of these are all enemies that can come and kill you. But the one thing that if you walk over or just do like a slow run, you can actually just not aggro them. And they don't really aggro until you start running towards the bridge. Go ahead and open up the small shortcut, but the reason I wanted to open it up is actually because of a very valid reason. If you're embered up, this guy will show. I think it's like right about here. There it is. Hi, Night Slayer. But don't have him be on the bridge, so just immediately run. Because here's an interesting little fact, is that their AI pathfinding is all sorts of messed up. Okay, yeah, he's not following me. You also want to make a quick 1,000 souls. Just lure as many as possible. But the thing is what I'm going to do is I'm now going to just sit. Because, why? Because honestly, I can't progress. Well, I could, but I want also Night Slayer Torsig's, see, there's Torsig. Now, he's also kind of confused because he's on patrol duty right now, and basically how that works is that only when they get to a certain distance, but they immediately follow a path towards you. And sometimes that path takes him to an edge, but he didn't fall off the edge. But the thing is I think in his eyes, the bridge is still intact. So he thinks he can still cross it. But in reality 6, it's in shambles. Wow, I got a lot more time. Oh, well, he's not doing it now. I wonder if he's going to be stupid and fall off there. Sometimes it takes a while because his pathfinding's all kinds of blocked right now because of the NPCs over there. But the thing is that he can get really stupid. This is probably going to be a good chunk of the video right here. Hate to say it, because I want him to die. Oh, here he goes. Now he's actually going to try to cross. And... goodbye. I have no words for how stupid that was, but yeah. And what that ring was is the Night Slayer ring, which is this one. Night Slayer ring. Enemies lose more stamina when guarding attacks. PvP. Beyond that, it's kind of pointless. I have 25,000 souls, and I'm going to be going to verse a boss. Do I feel threatened? Not in the least bit. Trust me. This guy is really not that tough. You're going to be going up against High King Wolnir. High Lord Wolnir. Interesting lore about him, but at the same time, he was a very feared lord. That he actually became one of the first High Lords. But unfortunately is that the Abyss was actually eating him. But that's, you know, lore. And, you know, lore is very complicated in Dark Souls. Go ahead and come over here, touch the Goblet. And you're going to get sucked into a different dimension. Interesting place. Now the thing is that he thinks he's being very sneaky, but if you wander really close, you can see his hand. But I'm gonna go ahead and grab the shiny. Why? Because it is actually a pyromancy tome. Oh, son of a... How do you defeat this guy? Very simple. Aim for his arm bracelets. They're gonna take a couple hits. Because this dude's got a lot of health, don't get me wrong. And watch out for the mist if you can. But whenever he... I would usually want to kind of weaken it. See, that's where majority of the damage is going to come. Sometimes he'll grab his... holy sword. And notice how I've already destroyed two. Well, very rarely have I ever... That is a lot. But yeah, he can destroy his own people. I'll let him... Oh. And done. Seriously, that was the entire fight. That's why I honestly don't fear this guy, like, ever. But... because generally I could go in with like 4 Estus uses and I could still beat him in like one go. That's actually why I figured I'd go ahead and put him in the video, because he's really not that hard of a boss. You just aim for the arm bracelets and it's over. It's said and done. Now I'm going to take a swig of my bean juice. And the goblet turns back. Now, let's go ahead and skip this. I got a soul. Now, from this point, you could go one of 2 directions. You could go up, or you could go back. Now, the interesting thing is, if you go back, you're going into the demon ruins. And thing is yes, I know, I have like 40,000 souls. I should be more cautious about it, but I'm not, because I'm silly like that. Oh, hey, and sometimes it stays down, sometimes it doesn't. There's Ornery, by the way, when you want to talk to her. However, the thing is if you want to know where Horus is, he's right here. If you look down, you see that little itty-bitty speck right next to the two white specks? That's him. And she doesn't know where Horus is, still. You go ahead and come down here. And now, you have to worry about something. This one. Now you can do him one of two ways. Now you can lead him over to the left, which is a mimic, by the way. I cannot stress enough, that is a mimic to the left. Or you can lead him down to the Skelly Boys. I'm going to lead him down to the Skelly Boys just for the simple fact. But there is a cheese that they can kill him, but it will take a lot longer. Oh, it looks like I did. They can do a good chunk of damage. The only problem is, though, is that he's really focused on getting you. And that's another one. Now you don't have to worry about the bottom part being full of skellies. But the problem is, you still got to worry about him because he's not dead. If you go ahead and lure him over here, he breaks a lot. But the problem is, though, is that you can... Uh-oh. This will kind of mess up your camera a little bit. Sometimes when he gets to this corner, he does levitate a lot, so... If you want to get in a couple cheap shots, you can. But if you lure him to the fucking, to the mimic will actually kill him. It's just the problem is of actually doing that, because he usually stops like right about here, because that's been kind of fixed. His pathfinding does not go all the way across like it used to. Stick back there, run. Also let him get a little bit closer. Damn. That not close enough. I might end up having to kill him myself. But yeah, no, he breaks all the time. If you end up killing him, then you can either worry about it, but all you get is like a new like blade. Yeah, see, about here he always just says no. Then I just killed him myself. It is what it is. That will happen. As I said, this one right here is a mimic. If you really don't want to feel like versing the mimic, you can go ahead and just equip an undead hunter charm. And if you just want the treasure but don't care to fight this thing, interesting little fact. You can actually fucking, you can actually cause him to start snoring. But And the minute you hit him, he goes back to normal. He still doesn't aggro. But he does take, but his defenses do increase. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this guy. You don't get any rewards again because you can now you just have like a bunch of them. But yeah, now I got 2 boss souls. I'm gonna go ahead and use these because these are really big souls. Not to mention what I'm gonna be doing is leveling up. But I always want to go through Smouldering Lake, but I will be going ahead and showing you how to get to each location. I mean, it's fairly easy at this point. All the skelly boys, probably like 1 or 2 is still alive, so there's that going against you. But yeah, see, 1 or 2 is still going to be remaining. But if you do another swing right as they're dead, they actually just instant die. Come down here, grab this, which is increases pyromancies, and also you get Cornix's things. I will go ahead and show this because it is a really quick cheese I can do, and I'll also show you how to get to the next bonfire. If you wander all the way down here and come to Smouldering Lake. Now, of course, this is also going to show you how to get to another undead bone shard. Now, here's the one problem about Smouldering Lake. It is huge, but it actually doesn't really have a whole lot. Except for a triple ballista. That actually does start shooting you. Oh yeah, and the undead worm. The best thing to do is just haul. Go ahead and grab your shield of want if you want. Ha! But anyway, just go ahead and go past him. Try to avoid him if you can. But if you come to this little section right about here, the ballista actually physically can't hit you. And it actually starts hitting the worm. Now this will take a little bit of time. Because sometimes it misses, sometimes it does hit him. And it does about 349 a pop, and he has like a literal buttload of health. But yeah, for whatever weird reason, the ballista actually cannot hit you from here. Even though it looks like it's hidden straight for your head, it's not. Okay, he's close to dead, I guess. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and put on the Shield of Want, because interesting little fact about the Shield of Want. It's a little heavier, but it also increases your soul gain by like a good little margin. I just do this because I don't like versing this guy. A lot of people say just verse him. If you want to just cheese him, go right ahead. It's actually very easy to cheese him. He's almost dead. And you get the lightning stake and an undead bone shard. And after the last volley, go ahead and just run up here. And go ahead and grab a large Titanite. And go ahead and wander down here and grab the bonfire. Now, I'm not going to continue on further today, but tomorrow we will be covering this, because this is actually the next area that is kind of useful. And we're going to go ahead and go back to High Lord Wolnir, and I'm going to also travel to Firelink Shrine and level up and also get you into Irithyll. That's some good coffee. But yeah, I'm just gonna charge my phone for tonight. Also kind of just take it a little bit easier, considering how things are. I might not be able to get back to it, but if I get far enough, It should be good. But from here, go ahead and just head on back, because go ahead and head back on to Firelink Shrine. I'll go ahead and show you what the 2 boss souls give you. Yeah, I got plenty of time to do this, honestly. I'm not going to go too far into Irithyll, because Irithyll is a pain in itself. Don't talk to Grey Rat until you know you're doing Irithyll and nothing but Irithyll. Let me come in here. How many of 4? I have just enough to level up this axe. Reinforced weapon. I'm not upgrading the falchions, but yeah, no, that's the Black Blade. It's a really good dex weapon. It's actually a little bit more powerful than the Uchi Katana, but that's also because it's more durable. It's a lot more durable, and it's also a lot higher requirements, but it heavily scales with go ahead and level that up, and that does level up with just Titanite shards. But yeah, that's the Black Blade. You get one more blade called the Chaos Blade. You get the Chaos Blade, but is a little bit of a downfall of it. I'm gonna go ahead and sell these ones because I don't really need them. I'm gonna keep the butchers. Go ahead and sell the brigands. I never use it. Go ahead and get rid of the large club and the cestises. But yeah, also get rid of one of the worker garbs. I don't need it. And the worker gloves. And worker pants, because apparently I grabbed the entire set and didn't even realize I had a dupe of it. But yeah. Level up. Let's go ahead and get my... Let's go ahead and start working on that. I got enough for one more level. Honestly, that's still behind. Alright. The ideal amount of health to have is somewhere in the, like, 25 region. 25 to 30 is actually best, because then you got so much health. Oh yeah, I want to go ahead and continue on with, we're going to go ahead and go back to High Lord Wolnir. We'll go ahead and show you Irithyll and what to do and what to expect. There is basically what I like to call the really dangerous doggo, because he is a 4-legged monster. Very dangerous. I think he has technically 2 mouths, one in his actual stomach or abdomen and one in his actual face. You're gonna have to face off about 3 of them. After that, they're done. You just wander up here. One gives you a ring. The other 2 kind of just give you a buttload of souls. But welcome to Irithyll. But anyway, go ahead and light up the bonfire. Rest at it if you need to. I don't think you're going to. But if you clear this little section... Yeah, I know, I have 2 undead bone shards, so I'll probably put them on. Because the next sections become a little bit of a pain. But the thing is that... looking behind you, if you walk right about here... Hello, doggo. Do watch out, though. He hurts like a pain. Once he starts fading off, you can still come in and get a couple hits on him. And what's funny is that once you come back and do it again... Oh. Do be careful, though. Sometimes he can... But once you do defeat him, that's 10,000 more souls. And you get Pontiff's Right Eye. Which... Oh, and I have 3. which is a Pontiff's left, Pontiff's right. Boost attack as long as the attacks persist. So basically, as long as you're hitting them, the more damage you do outright. Good little thing, but honestly, it's up to you if you want to even use it. Just come on across. Now that doggo's dead, now you don't have to worry about him because he doesn't respawn. That's the good thing. They don't respawn. And this is where the doll comes into play. This little magical barrier, if you do not... Go ahead and grab your homeward bone if you want it. This magical barrier will prevent you from coming forth if you do not have the doll. If it will release that magic tone. But, anyway, now that I have it, and now that I'm here, let's go ahead and light the bonfire. And I'm about to wrap up this video and start editing and uploading. Go ahead and grab the things that are around. There's like a soul and one of those, and these are really big souls because you're now getting into the mid to end game. So now you're not going to be getting pettily little souls. You're going to be getting really big souls. But yeah, next video we will continue the underground. Oh yeah, I meant to show. I will go ahead and show this off, and then I will wrap up the video. Go ahead and get 20,000 souls. Travel back to Firelink. But yeah, that is it's a Irithilian blood beast, I think it is. I don't technically know the name because everything in Dark Souls technically doesn't even have a name. Some names are like given based off of what equipment you get off of them, and some names are just still kind of hidden. Oh yeah, going up over here, let's go ahead and see what we can get out of the souls. Out of the 2 souls I just got, one was a demon, one was the High Lord Wolnir. Are they worth it? Not for me, honestly. I've never saw a use of using much of the boss souls except for to level up. I messed up completely there. Begin transposition. So from High Lord Wolnir, you get Black Serpent, decent pyromancy. Actually not really good, honestly. And then you get his Holy Sword. Really good for faith builds, because it also scales with faith. But beyond that, it's not really that great. Then you got the Demon Great Axes from that demon that we killed. The Demon Great Axe is a really big Great Axe, and it actually does a lot of damage for physical and fire-based. However, since I don't meet the requirements of both intelligence and faith, it's not doing nearly the damage with fire, not actual physical. I actually do meet the requirements for physical effects, but not for the fire effects. Then you have the Demon Fists, which are basically like cestises, but they also light things on fire. I might actually pick up the Demon Great Axe, honestly, for the next section, but I don't want to put that much points into intelligence and faith. I might actually do a pyro build for that, honestly, and just take my pyro build through it. But yeah, that's what you get from this guy. Let's go ahead and burn our undead bone shards, and you should be up to a +5, which means you're doing a lot more healing. And I almost pressed the wrong button. Yes, burn undead bone shard. Burn undead bone shard. And burn undead bone shard. Yes, I know I kind of sped run the whole game through, but I'm gonna go ahead and suck up these souls. High Lord Wolnir, I really don't care for. Honestly, use in the comments below. Do you think I should use the Demon Great Axe? Because I actually kind of want to leave that up to you guys, because I really don't mind using that. It's a really big, powerful axe, and level up. Because honestly, now I think I should have enough levels to at least get 1 up to 9. So, but in reality sakes is that I am going to go ahead and for the DLCs, you generally have to wait for after game. So, oh wow, I'm like what did it say? I was like 2,000 away. Do I have anything worth 2,000? Let's go ahead and sell the bug pellets. I never really care for them. Keep. I'm gonna hold on to that, honestly. Get rid of that. I'm not gonna use it. Keep that. Keep. Actually, I know exactly what I could sell. Actually, I think I have just enough. Yes, you can sell embers if you want to. Is it exactly smiled upon? No, but you can get like a bunch of them, so. I'm still short 40 souls. What can I sell for 40? Just in case. I can buy them back anyway. Level up. Alright, I'll go ahead and put one into health and one into endurance, because this is basically now getting into the end game, and now I have exactly 3 souls left. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that video there. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with more of the guide. Hope to catch you all guys in the next video. If you liked it, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you want more, please comment what we would like to see. And honestly, I enjoy doing this stuff. The only game I'm probably never going to play is Sekiro. The only reason I say this is because Sekiro is a Soulsborne game. I do understand that, but the problem is the lack of customization. There is legitimately only, if you're good enough, you can go one of 2 ways, and that's the thing that upsets me about Sekiro, is that there's only 2 ways to play. It's either go in swords blazing, or go in with being all sneaky and silent type. There's no customization, there's no nothing. It's artistically beautiful, but as far as like on a game standpoint, it's lackluster at best. Like, there's no real options in the game. Do you use this consumable? Do you use this prosthetic? While the prosthetics do make a change on the game, I'm not gonna not to mention, for me who actually enjoys Dark Souls, Sekiro I just raged hard for, and no offense, I'm not gonna put myself through that just to try to make a let's play or a walkthrough. So honestly, that's gonna be my only game I'm gonna refuse outright, because it's just not that much for me. It's not my cup of tea. Or not my cup of coffee, honestly. Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm going to make that a term for us. That is not my cup of coffee that I want to drink. It's too light. I like my coffee really dark. But anyway, if there's any video suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I will read them, and I will comment back as soon as I am able to. If you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.